Hi everyone! Now you will immerse yourself in the heroic atmosphere of the Battle of Gaugamela for a few minutes. The Persian king Darius said gathered a huge army, several times larger than the army of Alexander the Great. The Persian army also included Greek mercenaries, a kind of guard of those times. Naturally, there were many light cavalry, light infantry and elephants. Darius hoped they surrounded the Macedonians and crushed them with the number of his troops. But the Macedonians had a combat formation unsurpassed at the time, a phalanx of the pikemen capable of holding back a huge mass of light infantry. Alexander concentrated his cavalry on the right flank. Having got involved in the battle with the Persian cavalry, he hoped to break through to the rear of the Persians in order to sow panic in their ranks. On the right flank, Alexander managed to overturn the Persian cavalry. But in the center there was a stubborn struggle. On the left flank, the Macedonian infantry successfully repelled the onslaught of the Persian cavalry. And on the right flank, Alexander managed to go around the Persian troops and go to their rear. He directed the blow of his cavalry to chariots of the Persian king Darius. Alexander sought to destroy the leader of the Persians in order to deprive them of their leadership and put them to flight. Alexander's cavalry managed to overtake Darius, and after a short skirmish, King Darius died. But the news of the death of Darius did not immediately spread among the Persian troops. They continued to attack Macedonians, and they successfully defended themselves. Separate Persian chariots broke through the rear of the Macedonians, but the infantry and throwing troops dealt with them. In the center and on the right flank, the onslaught of Persians grew. Meanwhile, Alexander's cavalry was catching up and destroyed the Persian throwing units. Despite the death of their king, the Persians continued to attack the enemy by inertia. But these attacks were unsuccessful. Even the Greek mercenaries could not cope with the Macedonian phalanx. And here the elephants came to the aid of the Persians, who were first distracted by the maneuvers of Macedonian cavalry. Elephants were not only intimidated by the Macedonians. During the attack they prevented their infantry from operating successfully. As a result, the Macedonians withstood the general onslaught of the elephants and infantry. And Alexander's cavalry continued to destroy the enemy's throwing infantry. After the defeating the Persians on the left flank, the Macedonians' detachments moved from there to the center. Having found themselves surrounded, the Persians, deprived of their commander, could not resist and turned to panicky flight. This flight was massive and rapid. The Persians were still strong enough, but their fighting spirit was broken. The light infantry of the Macedonians, as well as their cavalry, pursued the enemy. On that unlucky day for the Persians, many Persian troops perished on the battlefield, especially when fleeing. After the decisive battle between the armies of Alexander the Great and the Persian king Darius set, the Achaemenid Empire ceased to exist. The reconstruction of the Great Battle of Gaugamela was carried out with the composition of troops of both sides as close as possible to reality, and also taken into account is a tactical battle plan known from historical sources. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.